Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say go so, the remix.
DMB, Tuck Spice, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took you with your home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. But then it took a long fun eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the train station. I'm trying to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so tough. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes are killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a coin. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. One beautiful girl, yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux. It's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace several presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Man of Prestige. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. What we do here is we talk about relationships, life and relationships. We literally just use trendy topics and we extract life and relationship lessons from our self-power, social, art of seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoints. Welcome. Do me a favor as you're coming in, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you can chat with us, so you can be a part of the Prestige family. I appreciate you for even stopping by at all. Thank you so much. Now, I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of February. Today is the 7th of February. Shout out to all 7 of you watching me live. Hit that like button so we can ping everybody else into the room. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to my sponsors, Mo Fresh, Richie, Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Tima, Show Mama, Gores Corner, D Love, and Yes TV. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you for always supporting the platform. Shout out to everybody that hit the like button as we're speaking right now. I appreciate you. You can sponsor any show for as low as 99 cents. This month goal is $318.76. We're already up to $32.50. And that's up from $23.11 from the last show. Oh yeah, by the way, you can download the books. You can see that the link is already pinned to the top as well. You can download the books. They're absolutely free. There are 2 books on relationships. One is our newest book is called Number 1 Red Flag. There are 2 books on relationship. There are 2 on real estate, and there's 1 on business and marketing. So that's what I do in my spare time. I write books. And, I also collaborate with my wife to write relationship books. All right, so you can find all of that at www.mindofprestige.com. You can always see the link on the screen. What else do we have? Do you guys see this? The rest of the story with 3 question marks. Prestige, right? Let me see. All right, so you can go to the shop tab on the shop tab on the channel. And you can order. We have about 10 designs there, so you can pick up any one of these Prestige books and at least go read the story. There's a story behind every t-shirt design that we have up there. You can find all of that. Also, you can go to merch.manofprestige.com. If you have any questions for me personally, anything, ask at manofprestige.com. That's where you want to send an email, and you can also join the behind the scenes conversations at whatsapp.manofprestige.com. Anyway, without any further ado, we do have kind of like a wild show today. So pardon me as I get through this. Me too, I'll be taking a deep breath. Welcome, D-Love. I'll be breathing, we do have a wild show today, okay? So, but we'll get through it together, okay? And we plan to be on time today again. Right, we're doing well with that. Awesome. Welcome, D-Love. Good to see you. All right. Without any further ado, again, before I do this, just hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. And I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So just before we came online, everybody is still celebrating the Super Eagles right now. So I'm not really a football person, but if Nigeria makes it to the finals and things like that, of course, we should celebrate together shortly before I move on to the other topics that we have today. Let me see here. We have Nigeria was playing South Africa just a couple of hours ago, and they ended up in some kind of penalty. So, and that's what we're talking about. Let's talk about that really quickly. All right, so I think Nigeria lost to a South African girl at the Grammys, some few days ago, right? Yeah, so maybe that's why, well, we're celebrating this right now. Let me show you guys this, okay? Let's see, boom. All right, good. I'm going to share my screen really quickly. Let's see, share screen. Okay, all right, good. So Nigeria won this match. Honestly, I'm not even sure by how much. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and look at this report. Okay, there's a report here on the athletic.com. Says Nigeria versus South Africa. Nigeria versus South Africa. Yep, this was a couple of hours ago. Hold on one second. Still trying to set up the show. Hit that like button though. Hit that thumbs up. If you're watching on Instagram, please double tap as well. I appreciate you. All right, good. All right, so we have Nigeria. Let me see here. It says Nigeria versus South Africa live updates. How the Super Eagles won on penalties to reach. Okay, so they won on penalties. So now they are in the finals of the Africa Cup of Nations. All right, so this Nigeria. Wow, so okay. So I haven't been paying attention. So Nigeria, I guess they beat Angola on the last match. So now they're going to be facing Ivory Coast. There you go. They're going to be facing Ivory Coast. All right, so let me read this short article. Ivory Coast will play Nigeria in the Africa Cup of Nations final following their 1-0 victory over DR Congo. Sebastian Haller scored the only goal of the game to book a place for his side in the last game of the tournament. The 29-year-old, Jesus Christ, that's an old person, had a golden opportunity to double Ivory Coast advantage just 5 minutes later, but his attempted lob went wide of the right hand post. You can tell I'm not really a soccer person. I watched a lot of soccer growing up, but not these days, It is the first time since 2015 that Ivory Coast has reached the final of the African Cup of Nations. They won the tournament in that year. Ivory Coast, the host nation of AFCON, had sacked former manager Jean-Louis Gasset midway through the tournament. That would do it. After 2 consecutive group stage losses against Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. Former Reading midfielder Emars Faye was named interim manager. Okay. All right. So Messi. Anyway, the good news is that Nigeria won this match. So this is Nigeria is now. So Ivory Coast is going to be playing against. It looks like they'll be playing against Congo. No, this was before. I'm just looking at the update. Okay, so now Ivory Coast already won. So Nigeria is going to be facing up with Ivory Coast. Anyway, that's the hottest news right now. I just couldn't get into the show without, covering that really quickly. All right, but let me see. MOP, you do know 29-year-old really means 35. Even worse. Even worse, right? But, in Nigeria, athletic age. They call it athlete age or something like that, yeah. But 29 actually means 35. But at least they're playing, they're winning, so it is what it is. Anyway, that's a quick update before we get started. We're just warming up. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. And I'll be back in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. We're going to be doing instead of Money Mondays, we're now doing Wealth Building Wednesdays. Wealth Building Wednesdays is what we're going to be doing. So really quickly, I'm going to run through this really quickly. Work from home, 7 ways to boost your income. Obviously, work from home is a good thing in the grand scheme of things, but ultimately, as long as you have a job, you should be grateful. All right, and not every type of job can fit the work from home. But I'm going to share what some articles were sharing out there. Then I'm going to share what I think really the 7 things you should focus on. I'll fly through it, because I want us to stay on top of our wealth building game, at least money game. So number one is freelance work. I think freelance work is cool. I think it's cool, something you can do, without having to report to a boss somewhere, something you can do in your own time, something that you enjoy doing, something that is personal skills. And there's a ton of places where you can go where you can actually list yourself up if you have some skills, even skills as simple as typing up a report, creating a product vision document, creating a vision document, a goal, some kind of document. There's a ton of them you can do. And a place you can go to actually see what's available out there in terms of services is called Fiverr.com. You can list yourself up there and, just test it out and see how it works, and you can make some money in your spare time, So that's one way you can make money from home, literally from anywhere in the world, as long as you have internet, of course, and probably you might need a smartphone too, All right. So another thing that you can do from home, according to this article, is, obviously you have to own a home to be able to do this, right? But you can rent out a room in your house. You can also put that on a platform called, what's the name of this platform? Airbnb, right? Airbnb. And by the way, Airbnb is available in most cities, even in Nigeria now. So you can list your, if you can clean up a house, just keep in mind you have to stay high on the reviews and things like that, So that's one way, that you can also make some money from home. All right. Another way, according to this article, I didn't come up with this. I'm just looking at some article. I was looking at some article on Forbes, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, this person just wanted to write an article, I guess, but let's just look at it. Sell handmade goods online, so if you have a craft or something like that, you're pretty good at, again, maybe you make beads, you make, someone like me, I will not be your customer, but some people are literally, how they shop at garage sales and things like that. Some people just like picking up nonsense to take back to their house, and they'll give you a little $5, $10, $20 for things like that. You never know. Okay, so if you have a lot of stuff like that, also you can do a garage sale, obviously. But if you handcraft things, you can also sell that. You can actually create a store on on platforms like Shopify and things like that. You can sell your things up there. All right, shout out to Lady Nevoa. Welcome. Number 4, you can become an online tutor, right? You can become an online tutor. You can actually list yourself up on udemy.com. We have a couple of courses on udemy.com. Maybe I have 2 or 3, 4, 5 courses on udemy.com, as a matter of fact, and that brings in a little nice chunk of change every month, so that's a good one. So become an online tutor. If you know something very well enough to be able to explain it to another person, put a nice structure and system around it and teach it to other people. And you can even record small videos and put them on udemy.com, skillshare.com, a few other websites, coursera.com. If you know how to do something, you can actually make more money by simply sharing what you know how to do. I actually have a formula that I actually teach called the invest, learn, do, and teach. Invest time, possibly money, in learning something cool, and teach it, share it with other people, and make small money from doing that. Okay, and you are literally adding value onto other people's life. Number 5 is offer pet sitting or dog walking services. I can't relate. I guess maybe if that's your thing, maybe you love animals and things like that. Maybe but that's a 50 way literally suggested on an article on Forbes.com on how to make money from home. So there's probably somebody doing that out there, you know. Number 6 is virtual bookkeeping. Okay, so you can be like an administrative person for another person. You can actually list that up and you can remind people. You'd be shocked how valuable that is to other people, just being able to remind them of the task that they have at hand, being able to keep some work for them, keep some, you know, type up stuff for them, type up reports for them, you know, proofread books for them. You know, in the past I paid a lot of money for proofreading, you know, like up to between $50 and $100, depends on the size of the book, right? So that's one way. And last but not least, this one is probably my favorite. Okay, and this is something that I actually do well. I've done it for years. I've done this for 14 years. As a matter of fact, you can create and sell digital products. Okay, so for example, what I'm doing right here is actually can be considered digital product. When I offer books, you know, and say you can download it for free, yes, it's kind of not for sale, but you know, there are ways that we monetize this, right? And obviously people that really want to support us, they go and buy those books and leave a review for us, right? So also they can be backed by courses and, you know, by coaching programs and things like that, you know. So yep. So Lady Navarre said, you said $100 and that's a lot for that. Well, it's an extremely valuable service. If you don't want, I've written a book, this book right here, when I first wrote it in 2019, right? This book, Real Estate Money Secret, when I first wrote it, for some, you know, I don't know what happened. But I released it into the marketplace, you know, and you know, there were quite considerable amount of errors in it, you know, and somebody actually called that out, you know. So if you don't want people calling that out in your reviews, because when people see that, that tampers with you know, the ratings and stuff like that. So for $50, I will clean that up. But obviously today there are better ways. There are AI tools that can actually clean books. There are ways, there are prompts you can put into the AI tools to clean that up even easier for you. Okay, so but I would say it depends on which angle you're looking at it from, right? So now here's the thing, okay? In all of that's cool and all, that article is cool and all, but I really just think, you know, ultimately you want to, I'm gonna go through the 7 keys here, right? You want to learn a skill. If you don't have a skill yet, you know, you feel like you don't know, learn a skill, or learn a skill that will help you identify your skill, right? If you go to work already and you actually get paid for at least $20 an hour, you do have a skill set, okay, that is extremely valuable for other people out there, right? Number 2, you want to master the skill. It's not good enough just to do just enough bare minimum and, you know, and go home. You want to master the skill. You want to be the best at it in your marketplace, right? That's number 2. All right, so I'm keeping it focused now. You don't want to be all over the place. All right, shout out to Natu, welcome, greetings from the motherland, good to see you. All right, number 3 is you can teach that skill. Okay, something you know how to do, you know how to get results with it. There's a good chance you might be able to help other people get better results. All right, so you want to teach the skill. That's number 3. Okay, number 4, you want to turn it into a system. Okay, you want it to be replicable. Is it replicatable, or duplicatable? Either way, you want to be able to teach it in a way that other people can do it, right? Not where you're getting overly concerned about perfection, but you want to teach it in a way that other people can replicate the same, you know, the results over and over again, right? You can turn it to a system. So systemize the skill is number 4, right? I'm just talking about how you can monetize the same skill over and over again now. So instead of spreading yourself too thin and wondering, should I do a craft, should I put myself here, like, there's probably something you know how to do already and you can actually make some money from it. Okay, number 5, you want to coach the skill, right? Coach the skill. After you systemize the skill, you want to be able to coach the skill. But why would I want to share the skill set with other people? They will become my competitors. Trust me, there's more than enough room for everybody to make money. Okay, just trust. Listen, there are 8 billion people here. Okay, for a reason. Okay, there's a marketplace for you. You just have to find your own little niche. Number 6, you can build a team. So the people you coach can actually end up on your team. Most of them, believe me or not, Believe it or not, most of them are not they're not going to want to do anything outside of just making tachere money from it. They just want to make a little small money, a little extra money, a little extra $500 a week, a month goes a long way. That's according to studies for most people, right? So you want to build a team around it, coach other people and build a team around that, show other people how to do it. And most of them will not want to build a business around it. Just build a team, have them learn how to generate more traffic, more leads, more customers for the same skill set, and have these other people you've trained, have them have them in a system, in a systematic team where you guys can share money, or you create a system for them, you make money, and you're literally leveraging other people's time to deliver even more value. Here's one thing, number 7, learn investing. Okay, here's one thing I want you to know about all of this, right? Like I said earlier, most people are not going to want to build a business. They just want to make a little small money. The ideal here is that the more value you bring into the marketplace, the more money you get to make. It's really that simple, right? The more value, the more results you help people get. Not how many hours you work. You don't make more money the more hours you work. That's not how it works. It's the more results, the more value you help people get. Even if it's not involving your personal time, that's the more money you make. That's the way life works. That's the way business works. That's the way the economy works. It's about bringing results to the marketplace, however way you can do it, as long as it's ethical, right? The more value you bring to the marketplace, the more money you as a person gets to make. And the best way to bring money, to bring value to the marketplace, is to leverage other people's resources, leverage other people's time, leverage other people's energy, right? They get some value by giving them a small job, some income, and then you make money for bringing all that value to the marketplace. All right, so that's what I wanted to cover really quickly on today's Wealth Building Wednesdays segment. All right, do me a favor, if you really got something or some kind of reminder of value from that segment, hit that like button, because that's how we're going to tell the algorithm that we're doing the Lord's work here. I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One loving up, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk about Charlie Boy. Yep, Charlie Boy. Who is Charlie Boy? Charlie Boy is a legend in his own right, Charlie Boy is a legend in his own right. We're going to cover react to a 5 minutes Honest Bunch podcast here. Hold on one second. Let me pull it to the screen so we can have a conversation around it. Shout out to Charlie Boy. I grew up watching Charlie Boy. I don't know about you. I grew up watching Charlie Boy. Okay. And Charlie Boy, Biker Boys, I think they said it's about 74, 75 years old, or 73 years old. 73 years old. Charlie Boy is 73 years old. It's a special type of somebody, a human being who is very special, to Nigerians around the world. This is Charlie Boy, okay? He's 73 years old. 73 years old. A legend. When did you enter? A legend who is an interesting, weird fellow. Yes, he is a special type of weirdo. But we respect Charlie Boy, and I'm sorry for the word weirdo now, but he is weird, but he had a lot to say about marriage on the Honest Bunch podcast, and we're going to react to that really quickly. I thought they were quite interesting. But like I was saying, let me see. Charlie Boy, let me see. I'm trying to see here. I had a crazy and amazing time on the Honest Bunch podcast. Area Father vibes, real talk, and a sprinkle of wisdom my way. If you missed it, you missed a dose of me slapping you with reality. Catch up. Join the wave. I thought it was a good session. Honestly, I watched the video with the full video. So go support Honest Bunch podcast and watch the full video. Yes, I will be repeating some of the things he said because I'm reacting to it. This is a lot of what we do here is reaction. For those of you that that may need me to help you with that, Charlie Boy born Charles Chukwuemeka Oputa, 19th June 1950. That's, he said don't believe whatever you see as his birthday on the internet anyway. Also known as CB, is Royal Punkness, an area father. Is a Nigerian singer, songwriter, television presenter, actor, publisher, activist, and producer. One of Nigeria's most controversial entertainers. He is best known for his alternative lifestyle. It's a nice way of saying somebody's weird, right? Political views and media production, most notably the Charlie Boy Show. He has served as president of the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, and in 2011 was an Idol series judge. All right, that's Charlie Boy. And quick introduction of Charlie Boy. All right, you saw that clip? Yes, I remember watching his videos growing up. Yep, I remember the song. I think it's the one that sang, "Give me your love, give me your love, if you're my," right? I think that was him, right? Yeah, that's a song I listened to in the late 80s on TVs. Our TV program started at 3:30 in the afternoon at the time. We only had one TV station. No, I'm not talking about Lagos. I'm talking about Akure. Okay. All right, good. So let's get to it. Let's see what he's talking about in this video, shall we? Let's see. Do I have this showing already? Yes. Oh, that wasn't him. That's somebody else. That's If You're My. There's another song. If You're My is not Charlie Boy. What's Charlie Boy's song? I think that's you're right. I think that may be somebody else. Okay, let's keep playing anyway. But he has another song that was very popular, something similar and around about the same era. Let's keep going.
Maybe my mates don't die on top bike.
All right, so I'm gonna have to translate pidgin a little bit. Okay, he said, "Is it not my mate that died on what is it? On bikes, right?"
Before I did
on top bikes.
like women, Sote. I did like nyash, correct nyash, factory fitted nyash, Bobby everything.
He said he likes the uku. What is English for uku? He said he liked the nyash, right? Achilolo. I remember it's the one that goes Achilolo. No, there's a more popular song. Like, it's just as popular as If You're My. Are you sure Charlie Boy did not write, did not sing If You're My? Let me see. Let me try. There's another song that's very similar to that. Now you're making me want to do the research. What songs? Let me see. Okay. Actually, it's a list of songs should have been written here, but it's not. Let me see. Well, it was more popularly known as a TV host. I think was it a TV host with his wife? I'm not sure. No, I think it was by himself, right? Let's see. No, I can't see the songs. Let me see. No, it wasn't If You're My, definitely not. It's another song, something similar. And not the most recent songs. He has the Our Mumu Don't Do in more recent times. I can't find it. There's another song I'm looking that my mind is going to, but it's not him. Anyway, Charles Oputa is also the son of a chief judge from back in the days in Nigeria. Yep. So let's keep going here. Let's get to it.
Let me make I go marry that model. Now my prick not the rise.
So he said now he used to like bandukas, like big bombs, like big ass, he's big bombs, what's the better way to say that? We're gonna say a lot more nasty things today, by the way, so just get used to this. This is gonna be a wild show today, okay? And but now his prick no the rise. Today his dick does not rise anymore. He's 73, so at 73 I would hope that something is still happening, but let's keep going. I think they asked him later on, he said, hey, listen, I have other parts of my body that work, so no problems, right? Let's keep going.
So how we go do it? Let me make I go marry that model. Now my prick not the rise.
Jesus
So how we
Christ.
go do it?
I don't know how to react to that.
But the truth about this is it's really very, very deep. And if we go by your age and your experience over the years, it is very, very clear. Say, this life, you will see everything.
That's what I'm telling you about time and season.
All right, good point. Time and seasons. Time. That's one thing I really picked away from this full almost 2-hour session that he did with the Honest Bunch podcast, right? Time and season. You know, I keep telling you, time and seasons is not anybody's mate. Okay, and really what we should take away from that is just as simple as humility, right? Just humility, right? And that's a big deal. So even including the part where you speak no the right side.
When a certain season don't pass, yourself in the next 10 years, your talk go different, your wants go different, your needs go different.
He's saying everything, what you want, what you desire, what you want to spend your time, all those things, your needs will be different once it's because this guy that he's talking to right now, what's his name? Osman Materia, right? He said Chukudi. He said, listen, all this thing, and that's true, right? Once upon a time we wanted to line up. I can't imagine me lining up in front of a club trying to enter a club right now, right? At one point we couldn't wait. You know, what's going on tonight, right? You know, so that's the thing, you know. He's more so pointing out that, listen, things are going to change. You're going to evolve as a human being, right? But he's giving some very, raw, real life example to really push the point, because some people, that's their worst nightmare, that one day will come that they will not be able to do this thing. Black time, I said, I'm too innocent for this. Not today. Today is going to be wild. I'm warning you right now, especially if you understand Yoruba. Ola, if you stay active, exercise and stay healthy, it should rise at 73. Listen, there's so many factors that goes into that. Like, let's hope so, okay? This one that I sung was very popular. Oh yeah, me, I'm a village boy. I may not be familiar with all of his popular songs too, Let's keep going.
And now I'm at a mellow stage. I need the kind wife where I go submit to.
He needs the kind of wife that he will submit to.
No be say the person go submit to me.
Why are you selling everybody else's products? Why don't you?
All right. We're getting somewhere. All this coconut head talking.
Again, I don't tire.
You want
I want to the answer yes, man. Yes.
Love it.
Now I'm tired now.
So back to what I want to say. I want to ask you all questions.
You people are enjoying this too much. Now go find me something.
Yeah, you got no problem, Daddy. Now, the thing is, Daddy, you mentioned that you don't tire to be in charge. You come and remind me of my friend Bobrisky. Bobrisky is not tired to be man. So please let me do woman. Let me relax. I'll be taken care of. Do you believe? There are 3 questions I want to ask. Do you believe in soulmates? Say there's one, because there's the general thinking that there's one woman.
No way, may answer him now. Leave him.
Okay.
Do you believe in soulmates? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, do you believe in soulmates, in the ideology or idea or the reality of soulmates? Do you believe in soulmates? Yeah, not about Brisky, Jesus Christ. Yes, I can't even imagine club hopping till 5 a.m. again. What are we thinking? Exactly. What were we thinking? Exactly. But that's what we wanted at the time. You couldn't wait for the weekend, right? We would do it 2 or 3 times a week. But that's seasons, time and seasons, right? Bring it, Ola, as long as you're all interpreting Yoruba for us. I will try. Today, not today. Oh, hey, wala. By the time we're done today, right? This is what you're gonna be saying right here.
I never expected it.
Yeah, get ready for that. You're gonna be saying you never expected it by the time we're done today. Black Diamond said, don't believe in soulmate. All right, dancing is different from lining up in front of a club with 200 people in front of you. That's a complete different thing. Of course, you should go dancing. You know, everybody should go and chillax and relax sometimes. You know, do you believe in soulmate? Anybody believe in soulmate here? There is no particular man or woman meant particularly, shout out to Glowberry, for anyone. Marry a friend and be committed. It looks like you've been listening to what Daddy Shoki, not Daddy Shoki, Charlie Boy had to say. Let's keep playing.
Yeah, may I answer that one? Does he believe in soulmates?
Let me ask one. Do you believe in soulmates, one, before I come to this?
Define soulmate.
Like, there's this person that, oh my God, this is the person that God has meant for me.
Why
and
is
when
it?
I see the person, I just know.
Bullshit.
I feel the heebie-bajeebie inside of me.
Bullshit.
Baba said bullshit. Baba 73 said bullshit already. All right. Listen. Let's keep going. Let's see why it said bullshit. No soulmate.
That's okay, but
It
that's
said that's cute. Okay, but that's
sounds so juvenile.
so juvenile. What does juvenile mean? Does that mean like Indomie generation? Something. What does that mean? Right? Let's keep going.
You get me?
You get me?
Now the thing with small people will never mature for that lane. That's so then they think. That's so then they do. Soulmate. Soulmate. Yeah. Now when you enter them, you go see the soul, no solo. Yeah, you know mate.
I mean, which is why, I mean, if going by what you said, you might love somebody now in the morning, and in the afternoon, you're feeling something totally different, and in the evening, you're not it. Would you say that it's best to be polygamous then?
Oh God. Come on, Nedu. Nedu is just asking questions. That's all. He's just asking a question. That's all. Suddenly, we bring polygamy into just because you love somebody in the afternoon, in the evening. Let me just create more problem for myself since I can't love the same person in the afternoon and the evening, Abby. Is that what he's talking about? Let's see. Hold on 1 second. I don't believe in soulmates. Even D-Law said I don't believe in soulmates. I think two people who are willing to make it work will work it. Yep. Let's see. But no soulmates. Interesting. But we all watched soulmates inside of Nollywood and Hollywood movies, and we all fantasized about meeting that soulmate one day. I know we all thought it was only women that did that, right? Yeah, right. Why do we have all these lover boys out here in these streets that are angry? Because they thought, soulmates. Out of the 7 billion people, it has to be more than, did I say 7 billion is 8 billion people? It has to be more than one person that you can rock it well with. Listen, that's actually the reality. No solo, no mate. No solo, no mate. So make it call. Marry your best friend and go after each other daily, every single day. All right, let's see.
I'm not a fan of polygamy, really, because I see the problem.
Do you know why? Do you know why a Charlie boy is not a fan of polygamy? Can you guess why? Can you just give a wild guess why it's not a fan of polygamy? We look at people like Charlie boy, we describe him as eccentric, weird, a special. What's the other one that they use? The alternative lifestyle. We look at that kind of person. Can you take a wild guess why he doesn't think? There's a lot in there, right? Nobody soulmate na shoemaker. But I bet you don't come. Toby and Tribe says, I'm inclined to too many evidences of great love stories where I am inclined to believe that there is a higher power involved. Nevertheless, soulmate relationships also require work. Toby and Tribe always bring it. After them break my heart 2 times, I forgot soulmate. Wala. We're gonna get there. Okay. She said, thank you, Charlie boy, for being honest. Last time he was talking smack because his wife hasn't been around. Now he's speaking the right thing. Listen, I'm not sure when, on what show he was talking, but you meet Charlie boy, a special, a unique Charlie boy on any given day when he's talking, right? You can expect that. But a wild guess where a 73-year-old traditional Nigerian man with a bunch of tattoos. I'm looking at nothing less than probably a good 25 tattoos all over the place, probably right now. And with makeup on, will say, polygamy, nah, right? Can I be honest with you? They tend to make more sense than traditional people. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. Okay, not sense. Let me take it back. Okay, I will slow down a little bit. They tend to see the world as the reality of what it is. Like they tend to be more red-pilled than the traditional ones. Just pointing something out, okay? They tend to see it as what it is and not create a fantasy of what it is not, okay? I'm just warning you. Some things you can learn from anybody, including a donkey, right? But let's keep going.
I see, especially when you're raising children, and I have so many friends from polygamous family. They didn't have a nice time growing up, so it comes with its own set of problems. One at a time is okay.
But you advocate for?
Small.
Do you advocate for one person for the rest of your life, or you can marry one person for like 5 years, the next person 5 years, or next person 10 years, so that?
In fact, now my pikin can't give me that.
Can you guess what the next answer is going to be? Do you marry a person for 2 years, for 3 years, for 5 years, right? Can you guess what the next answer is going to be? At this point, it's probably going to push against our norm, what we're familiar with, what we're comfortable with, right? Yep. Ola, you brought that to this show. What did I bring? What did I bring to the show? I didn't bring anything yet. You have not seen anything today yet. Okay?
You they use your function to play.
Seen anything today yet? Hi babes, good evening. They are greeting each other. He looks like a very simple man with a hard exterior. Priscilla, welcome. Hit that like button if you're just coming in, by the way. We have a great show today. When he was saying that the advantage of polygamy is that now that his wife has been away for a long time, he would have another wife he will be with while being polygamous. Oh, okay, that's what I was saying then. Okay, yeah. So it was, again, looking for a solution that works for everyone, But he's that kind of guy that will be very honest with polygamy. He won't sugarcoat it. He won't say polygamy. You're talking about multiple wives in a household. It's chaos. It's a war zone for the most part. Okay. If there's a situation that's an exception out there, it's the exception. Okay. So, now if you do it in the religious way, you are a liar like the rest of them. Okay. When two human beings are trying to share, okay, in a romantic way, at an emotional level, everybody go collect. Okay? I don't care what culture you're in. I don't care where you are. I don't care what kind of understanding you're bringing to the table. Human emotions no be anybody's mate. Okay? Yeah. What show did that bring to you now? I'm bringing some shows to you today. Okay? I'm bringing some shows to you today. But anyway, let's see.
That idea. One of my pikin. He said because.
So they asked him if you can do serial monogamy, just one person at a time, but not one person for the rest of your life. And that's what he's answering right now. He said one of his children brought an idea.
Now my pikin can't give me that idea. One of my pikin. He said because he's been trying his hand at marriage. 3 times he's failed. He's now on his own. He's about 50, about 48, thereabout.
His child, 48 years old. I don't know if you paid attention to that.
And he called me up one day and said, Daddy, it be like said this thing no go work. Say, why can't we just Why can't I just, like, I married for 3 years, I sign contract. When that one finish, we
move on to the next
I say,
person.
say, okay. If you won't do it that way too, you know, bad.
Hi, Mark Barnett.
All right, that's you know, let me see here.
Sandy Hook Promise here.
Let's see.
When the gunman shot.
If you're a marriage counselor, like young people now come to you, a marriage counselor, what is the one advice or couple of advices that you're going to give to them that you think
before marriage?
Wait. So let me ask you guys the question first before he answers. If you were a marriage counselor, right, and you had to advise young people today, it doesn't matter if you're part of the Indomie generation, just give an advice. What would be the one advice you will give when it comes to marriage? If there was any one single advice, what would be that one advice that you will give if you were a marriage counselor, right? And you were giving people that live inside of Indomie generation an advice on marriage today. You know, I've heard people say, hey, marriage is a scam, don't do it. All right, I'm even hearing more and more of that these days. You know, if that resonates with you, I say take the advice. Yeah, I know, take the advice if that resonates with you. If that pushes against the way you are set up, like what he just suggested, the whole thing about serial monogamy, right? Just 2-3 years at a time, you know. Chinye said that's another wala, right? Just 2-3 years at a time, you know. The reality is that for most of you, that's gonna kick against the way you are set up, the way your brain. You've watched enough Hollywood or Nollywood movie that your brain is not set up like that. You're a lover boy, a lover girl, and you know that whole serial thing. It sounds cute and all, you know. You know you don't want that. People that are having these conversations, they don't want that. They are lover boys, you know. It's just a way for them to. It's what's the word I'm looking for? They're looking. It's something measure. That's a word I'm looking for. It's a way to. It's a defense. It's a defense mechanism. Okay. When you see people gather together and they start talking about how marriage is a scam and how they would rather just do the 2-3 years like a driver license, it's a defense mechanism. They're not set up that way. If they were set up that way, they would be doing it already. They wouldn't be talking about it. All right. Most of us are not set up that way. Okay. Most of us don't go into it to want to, you know. Right. So the question that they're asking, what would you advise? Right. If you can't tolerate BS, don't marry. Shikena, that's a good one actually. If you can't compromise, we should say, right? Yeah. You know, if you yeah. Because the closest person, the closest person to you is going to bring you that bullshit. That's just real, okay? All right, and he spoke to a lot of that even in the full podcast video. Marry one person, according to Chia, marry one person that is your best friend, that you get along, but equip yourself with skills and be very intentional. That's about 50 things, Chia. That's about 50 things inside of that, right? Let's see. If you must have final say in everything, don't do it. That's a good one, Brother Ben. That is a good one. That is an extremely good one, right? Black Diamond said, "Me, I don't care. We don't care. All I know is that marriage is sweet."
Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
All right, let's see what Charlie Boy said. Let's see what he had to say. Hit that like buttons. Let's keep pinging people into the room. Thank you.
Anything, friendship works for me.
Friendship. He said friendship. Was he reading our mind, or we were reading his mind? I didn't want to cough inside of the microphone. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Friendship. He said friendship. Let me see what number friendship is on our list here. I don't use these things. Oh, number one, friendship. Oh yeah, we've always had the 4-point focus, friendship. All right, now we know that the second part can only last for so long, right? But the friendship part will last. But in order to get to the last for so long, in the beginning, you better have this number 2 going properly too, if you're a typical human being, right? But obviously, expectations, which is what Brother Ben is talking about, if you have to have the last word, if you're the kind of person that can't tolerate BS because you assume that your spouse should not have any BS, they should know better than their behavior. If that's your expectations, yes, you too, man or woman, you go collect.
Sorry.
They will bring you BS, just like a friend will bring you BS, right? Exactly. And of course, check your pride and ego. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is saying.
You guys must be friends. And not be that friend where you just see somebody today saying, "I'm my friend." No. You, after all, for your friend, you go know as he be. So anyhow.
You go know as he be. Orlando was saying, get as he be. You will know as he be. You know, you will just know it is what it is. You just move as it is what it is, right? They upset you. It's okay. Go and cry over the upset. But it's your friend, right? You know, you're not going anywhere, right? In a couple of hours, you're over it, just kind of upset, but you're able to say, you're fine, meal, but you get as a B. That's simple, right? Now, if most of us in the Indomie generation, if we want to answer that question, we go and start picking up all types of books. I write books too, I know. You said all types of books. I learned all the psychological terms in the book, and yet the person will write the book self, they struggle. Let's continue. Shout out to you, Ladoche. He said, you are listening to somebody and they are still struggling with their own. They don't even know how to keep their own home together, and you are listening to that person. That's real. That's going on everywhere, although it shouldn't be coming from you. You need to check himself first.
Go just accept them like that.
Just accept it.
So if you have great bonding of friendship going for you, yeah, you can, that marriage can go very far.
But it didn't sound sweet enough. It didn't sound Jim. It didn't have like English, big words, right? Like, what do you mean? What about boundaries, right? What about the medulla oblongata side of the brain that develop when you're like 36 years old and it's like 22, and then you have to make sure that place is developed before you marry, right? What about all of that, right? He didn't say any big words. He didn't say, hey, this is what the study says, 50% of people are divorcing, so marriage must be a scam, right? He's not saying all of that, but he's 73 years old. Maybe he knows something that you don't know. He's been married for 45 years, and he had, like he said, it's his 4th marriage, right? But do you think he accepts BS from his American woman? I think he's married to an American woman, right? Do you think it's like they just let go a lot? Do you think there are 2 or 3 days? It's no big deal, but they come back together and they do it all over again. It's like love in Tokyo all over again. Do you think it's ups and downs like anything that's worthwhile in life, right? Even though it's going up regardless, right? I'm just saying. Let's take it easy. Let's see.
It has to start with friendship. Then next is communication. Your communication must be 100.
Communication. I think we should leave Mr. Uncle Charlie Boy alone today. I think he did well. I think everything he shared today was on point. You know, I don't think I can argue with a lot of things that he said. You know, including the other part, which is the serial monogamy thing. We're not set up that way, so I don't see that happening. You know. I don't see that happening. Now, he said something with regards to unveiling his unhappiness in marriage. I'm trying to see if we can get to that really quickly so we can move on to the main topic of the day. Let's see.
You know, you must be able to talk everything, open up everything, and which is some people say that's my vulnerability. But I say no. because they say you too talk, they talk everything. Why I no go talk everything now? Because usually the case is that, you know, if me and this babe they date now, you go carry the one in main game, you go carry him for mine, you go put him for somewhere. Then you go come they scope me. Me too, I go bring my main game. I no go one show up. I go, you know, so I mean, it's all bullshit.
And you think everybody in the relationship has a game they're playing?
Most people, we are full of games, either knowingly or unknowingly. The unknowingly part, and I be saying.
He said, either knowingly or unknowingly, we're all full of games. That's the reality, right? That's why I said you have to learn the game. Obviously, not to hurt yourself with it, not to hurt your loved one with it, but you have to understand this emotional intelligence thing. You have to understand that people have motives that sometimes they're not even aware they have, you know. But ultimately, everybody's trying to protect themselves. Ultimately, everybody's trying to feel secured in the situation. And if they don't feel secure, the way they react, that sometimes they will come off as evil. Yes, some of your loved ones. Right? And if you attack it from a standpoint of this person is being evil to me, you're reacting, and your reactions becomes your actions that you're responsible for, and you might just hurt yourself if you don't really understand this game, right? And he's speaking a lot, he's saying a lot to that right now.
You've already married for the wrong reason. So on a day there, on a day, full on herself.
When marriage, because what I see a lot these days is, even in movies and real life, I've seen one or two people that are doing that, even if I can't mention them. Even the movie is quite popular these days in movies. When marriage is when they don't date, because take it or leave it. When marriage don't get a certain age, when I don't see finish, like you said, I don't see finish. So that's the spice is not there anymore. You start seeing people, okay, let's role play. I'm going to play an arm robber. You're going to play the tenant. I'm going to go to the bar. You're going to, do you advocate for such? Or you just say, just go your way?
No. Anything that can keep the fire burning, you know. Me, I know the one where they do, because if they take I don't they bored from my marriage. So,
does it make sense that he's bored inside of a marriage? He said, Tete, he's small. He gets bored inside of a marriage. So he does some things to keep the fire burning. Let's see what he's going to say.
A small time ago, bring some crazy idea. Waiting to vex me for where my wife, they say, she know they bring the crazy idea. So it can't be like saying, me, they do.
He said what annoys him is that his wife does not bring some crazy idea, right?
The whole work. Yeah, I know say I Christmas, but once in a while, bring your own. Come join my own.
What's the craziest idea you ever brought?
I won't tell you that one, because that one is too X-rated. I'm not going to tell you, but make I tell you one. One day, I say, okay, so I go collect one of my customer away from Yankee, they come.
We're the only car maker in the world that has a fleet of well over 1 million cars on the road, fully in.
Say, Mickey, escort me, go. I think that was the most recent. Mickey, escort me, go airport. So we don't reach airport now. He say, what time the plane they arrive? I say, Bill, I say they don't arrive. Already, no, say, the previous.
So he's doing some kind of surprise trip for the wife. They didn't hold on to anything. They were just like he just said to the wife, say, hey, come along, let me go pick up one of my friends from the airport. And she was holding on to nothing, but then she found out that they were going to fly to somewhere.
This week, I don't collect her passport, everything. I don't give them to my people. They don't finish everything. She don't know where she go, because she just believes she did pick up somebody for airport. By the time we don't reach there now, she's already for the first class. She's on her way to Timbuktu and all the islands.
Wow.
Without a toothbrush.
Without a toothbrush.
Waiting now, but for pack. I say no pack anything. We reach there. We go organize ourselves. Because I wasn't carrying anything either. I had no luggage. She had no luggage. You know. Then one time
All right, so the small things like that will make a marriage last. If somebody just keep coming with crazy ideas like that, you know. But you know, people that are squares, people that walk a straight line, people that quote unquote traditional, what do you call it? What's the word now? Conservative. They tend to want to know everything up front, and they want to plan everything out. But you know, spontaneity is a struggle for most of us, to be honest with you, you know. And this kind of person will find it easy because their personality kind of already support that. But maybe you can borrow small sense from what he's saying. Like sometimes just throw in a little spice, you know, and see where it goes, you know. But you make it exciting. You create an experience, you know. But you wouldn't want to do that with anybody who is less than a friend. Right? You can be arguing with the person yesterday, and you could be like, hey, do you mind coming with me? You guys are still angry with each other. Hey, like, do you mind coming with me to pick up somebody? And then it turns out to be something that's different, right? It puts a smile on their face, you know, and that's we're human beings. We're not as quote unquote structured as we like to assume, you know.
I don't marry him 5 times, I'll be 4 times. The same person.
Renewal now.
He said he's married the same person 5 times now, doing renewals basically.
Oh, isn't it? I think we're not the color.
Yes, I was in the call and renewal of vows.
Yeah. So we don't renew vows so many times. So and it's like I'm running out of ammo.
For ammo or ammo?
Both.
I'm sorry to say this. I want to ask this question. My mind is telling me, okay, don't ask it, but I'm going to ask it.
No, ask anything now.
No, you said, oh Jesus Christ, Father help me. You say you get to the point where you be like, say your prick not the work again. So how do you not have sex?
I don't care about sex anymore.
Here we
like
go.
I used to.
So it's more about intimacy for you, like every other aspect of.
If you have skills, you can still be intimate. I got my tongue, I got my fingers, I got my eyes, I got my legs.
Praise the Lord! Hallelujah!
Why is Nedu so happy about this part? Jesus Christ. Why is he so excited about this part? Jesus. Let me come to the chat a little bit. But Abe says, Niger woman will not enter that plane, no. She will. She will. I mean, obviously, there's other factors. You want to make sure that it's the kind of person that's kind of trust you. You know, just trust me. You know, this is your passport. I got the visa already. Everything. Like, what about this? What about that? Like, she will enter. She will enter. But obviously, there are other factors, right? That's actually really cool. I like the spontaneity. I bet you do, D-Love. I bet you do. What am I hearing? Oh Lord. Black Diamond, you could do alright. Spontaneity is everything to me. You go reap that reward. Listen, all it takes is, find ways to put a smile on your partner's face, and just one day at a time. Never mind 16 years from now, never mind 73 years from now, one day at a time.
That's
So what advice would you give your 20-year-old self?
That's deep.
The advice most people will give their 20-year-old self is to basically be able to see through the future and know everything and be able to calculate everything up front, and everything is perfect. Right? Let's see what he says.
Tell me on that one. What advice? Just to stay true to themselves. Whatever you do, stay true to who you really are.
And all the consequences, of course, right?
Who you pretend to be. That's not who you are. It's like, you're going to, now where they use Google Map or whatever, you could tell Google, say where you do originate from.
Yeah,
so you will know where to direct you.
There's a lot of wisdom in that. You have to know where you are first. You have to identify where you are first. And you have to be okay with it. Doesn't mean you don't want to get to somewhere else. But if you're trying to be somebody else or pretend like you're in a different place, yeah, even the people that want to help you, your helpers won't be able to help you, basically.
But for a lot of people, they will be forming who they are not. So if you come to me, how do I know where to direct you?
Right. So case in point, forming that you're a perfect human being, you will never be perfect. Right? You will never be perfect. You need to be okay with what it is now, today, and then you increase the chances you get to, maybe better results, a better place you want to be at in the future, whatever that looks like, And even if it turns out not as perfect, you're kind of aware that life is not perfect already, right? Life is not fair. Life is not perfect already. And that creates happiness. That creates happiness. This is a struggle for most of us to really understand. This is why we get upset. We only get upset and disappointed because of unrealistic expectations. That's where disappointments come from, unrealistic expectations, or at least expectations that are off. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't expect it to be great, but I'm just saying leave some room to that is not going to be perfect.
Very deep. Very deep.
Quick one, sir. I have a few questions to ask here. When you said something right now, You said something along the way about when you were taking care of your parents, you were happy.
Fine.
All right. Let's pay some bills a little bit. Some bills. Yeah, you pay my bills. All right.
In that moment, while taking care of them, did you look at?
It was like, yeah,
I don't want them to.
Person, I was committed to being my own damn fucking self.
You were committed. So for the younger ones that they don't really have any commission right now and any commitment right now, and they just feel like, they don't want to be a lawyer, they don't want to be a doctor. What will you say to them? They don't have anything.
Let nobody kill your dream, not even your parents. Because if I they follow my papa, well, yeah, I for there.
Is it interesting? We go through that, but we'll just not bring it home.
Okay. Not even your papa. You don't make me remember something to say. Don't allow your boyfriend, your husband, keeping you from seeing your boyfriend.
Don't allow your boyfriend stop you from finding your boyfriend.
I want to ask something. What you were saying, live your true life. There's this crazy question I'm about to ask. What would you? Because it's been everywhere right now. Like it's everywhere. It's causing too much issues on social media. And you're friends with them. Yeah, I mean, you've said it. You love the LGBT community. It's a wonderful community. We love all of them. We love them. What would you say about people that are pretending that are not to be in it, yet they're getting married to people that are not and lying to them about it, instead of them living their true, like, this is who I am. In a society that even if it's not accepted, but we know how to manage it, instead of instead of lying to people and stringing them along.
To each his own.
So, please, I wanted to say something, but
So that's a good moment where they asked him, what would you say to people that are members of the alphabet community, but they live a life of lies, and they end up marrying another person when they know that that's not their lifestyle, right? That's an opportunity. That's a fantastic opportunity for him to judge, right? See, the kind of thing we talk about here is really just a mindset issue. It's mindset, and it's a matter of renewing your mind, shifting your mindset. And you see that a lot of things will fall in place, Like if you just know it as the core that you don't judge people, people have their reasons. That doesn't mean there's no consequences for their behavior. He just said to each its own, right? Because at the end of the day, you can only imagine what those people are going through. What would make a person feel the need to lie about their whole lifestyle, right? It cannot be as simple as your moral compass. There's no way to be that simple. It just doesn't make any sense. Right? So are we encouraging? No, we're not encouraging it. We're also saying you also don't want to create a very dangerous environment where they don't feel safe enough to live their truth. See, there's two discombobulated things there that you have to pay attention to. And the overall of all that is people need to feel safe. If they feel safe and secure, they won't lie, they won't steal, they won't cheat, right? And that doesn't mean there's no consequences for those behavior. But at first, you as an individual, you need to understand that first. That way you don't approach things up front by just being judgmental,
we deviated. We're talking about family and children living like, she said if you want to be a doctor. So myself and my mom were saying something this morning. We have a neighbor that's an only son, and the father has like a huge business. And the boy is trying to play football right now. If you were the father, what would you do?
Let him play. That's what he said.
And I remember at that time,
I'm looking for a particular question.
Close as
on the Honest Bunch podcast, we like to give people their flowers, especially when they can still smell them. The truth, I remember that time, I don't forget. Now that period, Idris Abdul Karim and 50 cents get that issue when they say somebody sit down for private jet. They no problem.
Take a lot of money because they cancelled everything. Now that one where their head make poop. Wow. What? If you ask anybody where come, there were military people all over. Even though I still did sell, they do. Governor can pass. Governor had to wait. There was the traffic thing personally, but I was scamming banks and even before when I began here. Listen, that's why young marriages don't work most of the time, because we're always marrying for the wrong reasons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
What's that?
The Samsung S24 is here, and this is a mouse case.
Thing. Because sometimes, like, you don't get what I did. They asked somebody, asked one man, I think it was 72 or something. That was in London. He asked the man, what's that thing that you did that is crazy, that gave you that adrenaline rush that make you feel like, shit, I'm alive? What's that thing ever?
There's so many. I can't even, now that we're talking, I can't pin my finger on any. That's why I say I have no business being alive.
You've been married how many times now?
4.
Can you take us through the journey of all the marriages? What led to the
No,
beginning?
that's too long a story.
What's the worst of the 4 of them? What's the best of the 4 of them?
There's no worst, there's no best. Everything is seasonal in people's life. There's a time. Listen, that's why young marriages don't work most of the time, because we're always marrying for the wrong reasons.
Wow.
Yeah. Like when I married the one where I take my hand, Mario. You get one way because as I dey impregnate girls up and down. My mama go carry one bush meat, say make I marry that one. That one I know they count them, but it's still a marriage because we married in church. Then I go marry one as soon as I got to America. It was for the wrong reason, a green card. So nobody married me. You know? Even the one way all of us know, so I married. Now still wrong reason, because that time I day young. I wanted to get into show business, so I needed a gregarious lady by my side. We, get correct everything. We fine that can represent for the wrong reason. But for that wrong reason, I can't discover. Say I don't collect more than 45 years old.
All right, so he said he married for the wrong reason, and it's been 45 years. You see how people get stuck with vetting and wanting everything to be perfect in the beginning. You marry for the wrong reason. That's what's wrong with marriages these days. I'm just looking. Honestly, those kind of conversations I just disconnect straight, because honestly, it has nothing to do with nothing. There's nothing worthwhile in life that does not require work at any point in time. If you marry for the right reason and you stop working on that marriage, what happens to that marriage? So that's why those kind of conversations is very hard for me to have, because instantly I can see all kind of things that can go wrong, even when you marry for the right reason. Even if you did it all accurately, walk a straight line, the way somebody prescribed it to you, right? But let me see. D-Love says, my advice to my 20-year-old self would be relax. You're going to be just fine. That's a good one. That's very close to what he said, actually. Be true to yourself. I had really bad anxiety as a kid, like literally worrying about everything. Yeah. I'm a free-minded person and love to live life to the fullest. That's what she has said. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to find a spot. They asked him.
With the wrong reason.
Wow. One would think that being in 45 years of marriage, must have been successful for you to be there for 45 years.
Not necessarily.
But it's only people like him that's very easy for them, because they can. It's one moment at a time. They stay in the present. They make the most out of the present, and that present become years. Right? Obsession with the past and the future, you will miss out on life, essentially. And for those of us that were trained the right way, quote unquote, the right way, just always do the right thing all the time, you'll find out that you missed out a lot. Does that mean you shouldn't have structure in life? No, I'm saying you should be aware that there's a downside to either way. If you're moving mad too, completely mad, there's also downside to that, So it's a balance. It's a balancing act, that you're looking to obviously have some structure, but don't be so stiff, don't be so serious, don't take life so seriously, because honestly, life is really not that deep,
I'm just someone that I believe in commitment. If you commit, I don't like people say, you must love your wife. I say, for where? I don't love anything, because the concept of love is different for me. Love is that thing that makes you go all fuzzy and warm. So you can have it in the morning, by afternoon, the thing don't turn to another thing. By evening, forget. But if you're committed.
Anyway, let me leave this alone because we have some stuff to cover. The idea of this segment was basically Charlie Boy just telling us a lot about this. It's not really about the happiness thing. The happiness thing is obviously on and off. Maybe just take it easy on yourself, and then you increase the chances of more happiness. But there's something he spoke to with regards to when they asked, it seems like you're very happy with your marriage. Happy for where? It's just listen. It's not even about that. See, when you're seasoned, gone through life, that registers better. It doesn't mean we should be discounting and telling people they shouldn't be pursuing happiness. That's not the solution either. It's just about just understanding in the grand scheme of things. Life, it's like you just said, it's commitment, it's consistency, it's about having a life of purpose, and just living true to every moment. I can only say so much to that. I'm not going to I think you guys got some gist from that. Even if it's just one, I think it goes a long way. But yes, let's get to Olaiye Igwe. There's no way we're going to escape this today. God forbid bad thing. I told you this show was going to be wild. Anyway, hit that like button. Let's ping some more people into the room. I'll see you in 20 seconds.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, are you ready for this? I'm gonna play some wild videos for you. For those of you that don't understand Yoruba, I will try my best to bring you guys along, okay? But this is going to be wild. This is going to be a wild ride. So make sure you strap your belts, and we'll take it from there. You know, after this video, I'll tell you who Olaiye Igwe. I know Chiyo was trying to correct me on how to pronounce Igwe. Igwe. Which one is it? I don't know. I didn't know you guys have Ami on top of your words. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's play this video.
Lukman Olaiye Olaiye Igwe mo wá pè ẹ́ mo wá sádìẹ a kì í rí di òkun a kì í rí di ọ̀sà a kì í rí di ọmọ onígèlègèlè Ọlọ́run ọba o torí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu mo ṣe wá pè ẹ́ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu jẹ́ kó jáwé olúborí Ọlọ́run báwa gbé dépò mo dìdí wá sí òkun láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìwọ Ọlọ́run ọba aláàánú jùlọ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ bí omi òkun yìí ṣe pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìbò Bọ́lá Ahmed ṣe pọ̀ má jẹ́ kójú tì wá má jẹ́ kójú ti àkànbí ọmọ olódò jẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Jagaban òun ni kò jẹ́ ó jáwé olúborí kó di president orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyà tó ń jẹ wá ìwọ Ọlọ́run wá ká gbogbo ìyà yìí kúrò mo dì í dìwà mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú mi ò lè sùn mi ò lè wó.
I'm sorry. What is this? Let's close that. All right. So who is Olaiye Igwe? Olaiye Igwe, his real name is Olaiye. It's a veteran Hollywood actor, producer, director, and he's produced quite a few movies. And basically, what he was doing here was some kind of, I guess you can call it a ritual. And he was praying for the present president of Nigeria to win the election that happened in 2023, which he did win. So we can say that, you know, but he basically went into the ocean. He was filmed. Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. All right, he was filmed. It says, "It is with my pleasure to support a candidate." Let me see here. To support a candidate who truly reflect our values and highest ideals. There is one candidate in this election who will protect that dream. One leader who will fight hard to keep promise of Nigeria for the next generation. And that's why we must stand up and make Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu Jagaban the next president. Now, why is he making the news? Why was it trending today and yesterday? All right, he's been apologizing for this video and some recent atrocities, which I'm going to be going through, along with a supporting character. Her name is Yinka TNT. I've stumbled into this auntie's video a couple of times by mistake. I promise you, by mistake. There's no way I'm sitting around watching such video. It is funny. It's wild. Whenever I see it, I've seen it at least 2 or 3 times. It's wild. She's speaking most of it in Yoruba. A lot of vulgar, very, very raw, descriptive, but it's basically all she talks about is sex. Okay, Oko, Obo, things like that. That's what she does. But before we get to the Auntie Yinka part, right? Before we get there, The first response, I'm going to play the first response before he started apologizing within the last 48 to 72 hours. The first response that he gave back then is what I wanted to play for you. Okay. All right. So let me see here. D-Love say, yep, I was an overachiever, so I put a lot of pressure on myself. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know, I can relate. D-Love, I can relate. Wait to be this one like this one. No worry. This man again. No, we're just doing some backstories, But no, not backstory. He actually is in the news now. But this was his first response to when people were dragging him. Okay, I'm gonna play that right now, and then we'll take it from there. Let's see. There you go.
Okay, need the first one, Timosiki.
She said that first time when I was sick, she's talking to somebody on the phone, is being filmed. Now, the question I always ask here is that this situation that is being filmed, what was the purpose? There's nothing wrong with filming situations, but sometimes we need to identify why was it being filmed. What was the main reason why it was being filmed? Because a lot of people will cap and say, I'm just being me. No. It was filmed. Why? So now he's being filmed all over again. And he's saying, the first time when I was sick, how much did you send to me? If not because you want to be an unfortunate human being. It's basically raining curses on the person that he's speaking to on the phone. That was his first response. And he filmed it for a reason, right? So let's keep going. He said, you heard I was sick at one point. Didn't you hear I was sick at one point?
Okay, need the first one, Timosiki.
He said, how much did you send to me if you're not an unfortunate human being when I was sick? He's getting somewhere. Wait for it. He said, when my younger one explained to you that I was sick, right? And like when my younger one explained to you that I was sick, what did you bring to the table? I guess, let's keep going. He said, did you pick up your phone anymore?
Number one. Number two.
He said, that's number one. Number two. He said, the wife, the first lady, Tinubu, Pastor Senator Remi Tinubu, I guess, helped him out. Let's keep going.
Teaching hospital Nikeja. Lord of blessed memory.
So basically, the first lady helped him, and they took him to the people that treated him when he was sick, right? And that person was the first lady of Tinubu. He's given the reasons why he walked into the ocean naked to pray that Tinubu must win. That's what he's doing right now.
Yes, America. So
he says, so that kind of person will now say they want to run for president, and I will now not support them. He said he will now call himself a bastard and not follow that person. Okay, so that's the first response that we saw back then. I'm sure he did some other interviews and things like that as well. But before we get too far into this story, right? Why is he being dragged today? Okay. No, actually, before we get to the reason why he's being dragged today, remember I was asking why is this being recorded? Why is everything being recorded, especially the butt cheeks inside of an ocean? Why is that being recorded? Right? That's something. So he was actually a guest on Murayo and them show on The View, and we're going to play a little bit of that clip. He explains why it was being recorded, and this time around in English. So let's get through that really quickly. Let me see. I gotta share that on the screen. Hold on 1 second. Aha, there you go. This is Olaiya Igwe. Aha, let's play it.
Okay. Let me get a few more questions in from you, because I know the ladies have a few questions for you.
Yes. So I know that time, people who are really spiritual, they use different things to pray. We see women wake up in the middle of the night to pray for their children. So this just shows me that there's a strong support. You really have a strong feeling towards your principal, and you really want to see him succeed. But my worry is, how did he get into the internet? Were you doing it and you had something?
Yeah, like you can walk into the ocean naked if you want to, but how did he get into the internet? She's asking the question that we wanted to know. Let's see his answer.
Who was posting, recording you or something?
Thank you. If you are a Yoruba, Babalawo can say, okay, if you want to do this prayer, make sure you go to various markets.
Marketplace.
On a market day, carry a ball.
Carry
and
etutu, ebo, ritual.
There. There's no difference of doing that to what I did.
On the internet.
I deliberately recorded that event.
So that everybody can see.
I deliberately, for people to see.
Okay.
It is not because of
deliberate.
Yeah, because it was an intentional.
Okay.
That I should do that.
Oh, okay. So just in case you missed what we're talking about, okay? He said it was intentional. Okay, this is what he's talking about. Why? I'm still asking why. Jesus Christ. You actually have a whole, like a film crew filming your butt cheeks.
Because I listened to
voice. And then you posted it yourself?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I did it.
That video showed that, you know, you did it deliberately.
Deliberately. And I have no cause to regret.
He has no cause to regret. That's what he said, though, okay? He has no cause to regret. Of course, you know, people like that, they have no cause to regret. You know, life doesn't end there. There's going to be continual events that, you know, since you didn't regret the last time, there's a good chance. Hold on 1 second. You didn't regret the last time, right? There's a good chance that, you know, you got dragged small, right? You got away with it. No big deal, right? You know what that does to the human mind? A little coconut head just sneaking small. Pride will enter. Like, I got away with it. I can do it again. You know, everybody just clown themselves. We moved on, Abby. No biggie. That's what you thought. That's what he thought. He got away with it, right? All right. So I'm gonna play this video for you, and this is from the Auntie Yinka TNT. Apparently, this woman is a healthcare worker. And I'm actually going to play is her largest video, her most popular video. This video has 500, and let me show you. This video was actually recorded. Was recorded 3 years ago. Let me see here. This is the Auntie right here. This video, you can see that there's no extract. You don't see all the stuff moving on my screen, all these labels and fancy stuff, the ticker. You don't see any of that, okay? But this is what we are consuming. You know, it's entertaining, so it is what it is. 500,000 views on this video in 3 years, okay? That's a lot of people, a lot of views, and that's just one of our many videos, okay? So she has something to say here, and then for those of you that understand Yoruba, please let me translate small, okay? Inside of I'll try my best, okay? But this is gonna be wild, okay? It's gonna be a wild 7 minutes ride, okay? So help me translate small if you understand Yoruba in the chat, okay? Let's see what she has to say. She said, all Yinka TNT beloveds.
Kíní yẹn wà fún àwọn tí ṣe mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló ní agbára láti gba ilé fún ìyàwó mi ń ta, but àwọn míì dẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ní owó débi wípé gbogbo ìyàwó wọn inú ilé tí wọ́n kọ́ ni wọ́n ń gbé, oníkálukú kọ̀ ní apartment tiẹ̀ ni. Àdàwọn obìnrin kan wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n ráyè pẹ̀lú bọ́n ṣe ń gbénu ilé kan náà, wọ́n máa ṣọ́ ọkọ wọn káàkiri, ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ ìyálé ló wà, ṣé ọ̀dọ̀ ìyàwó ló wà, ọ̀dọ̀ tani ló wà, wọ́n ráyè gan. Irú wọn ni mò ń bá wípé tó bá ti níyàwó méjì tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ dó ẹyọ kan, tó ti fọkàn sí pé fẹ́ dó ẹyọ kan, méṣọ̀pọ̀ lágbára láti dó mẹ́ta. Bó ṣe mọ̀ pé ní tí wọn bá jọ gbé dẹ́pọ̀ oníkálukú ń gbé níta ni, ẹ mọ̀ pé irú nǹkan báyẹn ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ó yẹ kẹ́ ti máa mọ̀. Ó yẹ kẹ́ ti máa mọ̀.
Okay, so she said, my fans, she gave an advice on a previous video or something like that, that if you are going to have 2 wives, make sure you are ready to, you have the power to have sex with 3 women. That's what she's talking about. Again, she talks about just mostly sex and stuff like that. So, but she uses, you know, speaking about sex in Yoruba is naturally vulgar. So I'm thinking, like, is there a way to not be so vulgar if you're going to, like, let's say for example sex education, because what she's claiming is sex education, right? Is there a way to actually conduct sex education session or video without being vulgar? Is that possible? Because think about it, the way we are very conservative, right, in the Yoruba tradition generally, you're not supposed to say those things out loud, not especially on some kind of media device, right? So I want to give her a little bit of an out. Is it that she doesn't really have a choice than to be so vulgar, right? Or she's just nasty? Let's keep going. Is the auntie just nasty?
Pé tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ mo mọ̀ pé ẹ rò ó kẹ́ wo bí tí mò ń bá ọ̀rọ̀ lọ kó ṣe gbogbo nǹkan náà ni mo máa ṣàlàyé. Ṣé ó ti yé yín? Èyí tí mo sọ pé tó bá níyàwó méjì lágbára láti dó mẹ́ta, àwọn kan wà tí jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run bò wọ́n láṣìírí láti kọ́lé. Gbogbo bẹ̀ níyàwó wọn ń gbé. Then àwọn míì tún jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run tí bò wọ́n láṣìírí bọ̀ wọ́n jọ ń gbé náà ni àwọn ló bá wí. Then secondly, kó má kọ̀ pé mo kọ̀ wá mo kọ̀ lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí n fún ọkùnrin àtobìnrin torí nígbà míì ọkùnrin adé láti fi ṣe òbò àwùdó bọ̀ á ti rẹ̀ ó lè ara ìyàwó dẹ̀ lè wà lọ́nà. So eléyìí fún àwọn ọkùnrin tó bá sáré fẹ́ dóbò bóyá tó ti rẹ̀ wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n tó fẹ́ sáré dóbò, àwọn styles kan wà tẹ̀lé ṣe tí ò ní fún yín ní wàhálà rárá débi wípé àwọn style yẹn fúnra ara ẹ̀ ló bẹ bá ṣe ń ṣe ló máa pe ara ìyàwó yín sọ́nà tẹ́ẹ̀tẹ́ ní ìdí foul play rárá. That is tó bá foul play dá ọ̀bọ̀ tó bá rẹ̀yìn tí ó dẹ̀ wù.
Okay, so in this second minute, she's advising men who came back from work and you're tired and your wife is already looking forward, and then you're just tired, right? So she's basically advising that, if you're just tired, there's some styles that you can still, if you're that tired, so you don't leave your woman hanging. So he's advising. She did nothing wrong so far, right? Thank you, D-Love. Thank you.
Kí ẹdóyàwó yín bọ̀ tó ti rẹ̀ yín tẹ́ feel lazy. Jẹ́ kí n sáré fún yín ní style méjì mẹ́ta kan. Ẹ lè ṣe nǹkan tó ń pè ní tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. Báwo náà ṣe ń ṣe tight squeeze? Ní láti sọ pé bóyá ń touch ìyàwó yín bọ̀ bẹ́ bá ṣe okó ló máa touch ìyàwó yín, okó ló máa jẹ́ kí ìyàwó yín wet.
All right, so you heard wet, you heard make me water, you heard all that. That's just a small version. That's a small version. She's educating people. She did nothing wrong thus far, right? So, her name is Yinka TNT. I'm sure some of you will go and find her, whatever. She's not my cup of tea. But she's speaking in Yoruba and doing sex education. But you would think that's the end of it, right? Well, in recently, Auntie Yinka decided to take it to the next level. She decided, like, it's time to take this story to the next level. Like I said, if you're getting away with something, people are rewarding with you, with massive views and audience. If it's working, you want to keep doing it, right? Until you get in trouble. One day, maybe we too will get in trouble with what we're doing here. We'll see, until you get in trouble. But she decided to do a whole music, and she recorded the whole music video. And of course, Mr. Olaiye Igwe find himself inside of the video. Let me show you a little bit. I'm going to fast it, and I probably will silence the music so that we don't get into trouble. Let's see. This says 16 minutes. We won't be able to do 16 minutes, but I'll just give you the gist of why Olaiye Igwe is in trouble in the last 48 to 72 hours.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sórí gbogbo ọkùnrin tí ò bá lè performance tí ò bá lè lu gẹ́gẹ́ dáadáa tí ò bá lè performance lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ẹ̀ kí ìdàlójóbó lè kẹ̀rẹ́ kẹ́tì.
Adáhùn yàfa
mo gbọ́ tẹ́ ń sọ o ẹ gbọ́ mo fẹ́ bí ìlìbéèrè ọkàn ẹ wò mí dáadáa ṣé kò dáa kí n bíràn go síyàwó mi lọ́rùn nínú ilé kájà lójúbọ lẹ̀ kẹ̀rẹ́kẹ́ tìkẹ́ gbọ̀n pẹ̀lú àwọn mi líle ẹbí kí àwọn mi bínú tán kó gbólóhùn.
All right, so what they're talking about, they're using, you know, people say, they're using like corny ways to describe sex. And she had a traditionalist, like native doctors. And then she had an Islamic person, an Islamic clergy person, right? And that's what you're looking at. And they are all describing oral sex. They are all describing sex, oral sex, in their own ways, in their own religious ways. And the third of those group of people is cherubim and seraphim people. I think they are also Christians. They also showed up and they are also describing in their own way. Peace be unto you. So they did a whole drama showing all these religious people describing in very vulgar ways, but also using those religious terminologies to describe, you know, what most religions will basically frown at, right? They don't take any kind to that, right? They find, especially the Islamic, will find that you can even still get away with that with a lot of Christians, but you know, this is how they got in trouble. Let me play a little bit more. So then she ended up singing. She said, no faith tells you not to. Let me see what she's saying. She said, there is no faith that says that a man should not be eating the grocery. Okay, and she has all these religious people in the scene, right, of the video, of the music video, basically. All right, and then there are scenes of actual people performing on themselves. All right, you see cherubim people, you see the traditionalists, and then you see people performing on themselves, and then you see Olaiye Igwe to the right there, right, just making a cameo appearance, I guess, you know. After all, he got away with nakedness inside the water, and you see people performing on themselves. Okay, all right, so this is a whole full-blown 16-minute music video. This is the anti-Yinka TNT right here. All right, so this is what they do when they get away with a little small. Now again, I'm not really saying anything she did is wrong yet, you know, but obviously it's offensive. There's a difference between being wrong and being offensive, and that's part of social intelligence. So if you're wondering why I'm bringing this up, there's a difference between being wrong and being offensive. And being offensive can be deemed by most people, especially the offended, as wrong. That makes sense. They're supposed to feel that way. But you might not see it that way, and you might be wondering, what did I do? What did I do, right? This is examples of what we're talking about right now, okay? So for men, dealers is still helping me with the translation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yep. So there are ways to speak Yoruba without being vulgar. She's just chasing clout because the vulgar words gave her views. Is that because we're not used to those vulgar words and we're excited and we're engaging with the views? We're engaging, we're watching, right? Yeah, so that's what I was. Yeah, cherubim is Yoruba. It's cherubim, right? Cherubim is English. God help me. Let's see here. Just let me give you two simple styles. Tight squeeze. She's walking us through this. You can go watch the video later on. But that's what she does. But she took it to another level by doing a whole music video that's essentially deemed as mocking this religious belief systems. Okay. Let's see. How come Yoruba pronounce kerubu? Because it's called kerubu in Yoruba, so we pronounce it that way. We tend to pronounce it that way. Thank you, Brother Ben, for helping. But I think it's cherubim, right? All right, but I grew up getting used to calling it kerubu serafu, because that's the Yoruba version of it. It cracks you up. Chinye, you go there, all right. So that's how she got in trouble. Well, she got in trouble in her own little small way, right? But, then when you involve OLAIYA Igwe in this story, it became wild. So he decided to come out and make an apology. And I want to play that apology for you. And then there's more to the story. There's more. All right. Now, let's look at the apology and see what he's saying. Let's see here. Translation time. It's just greetings. Greetings.
Mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni. Mo dẹ̀ wá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Yinka TNT.
So he came to give you 2-in-1 apologies. One for because now everybody is dragging anybody that supported Tinubu because of the economy, the state of the economy, because of the exchange rate. So they're dragging him for that too. Like, you went into the ocean to butt cheek naked to go and pray that this man should win, right? But now we're in trouble, right? So that's what he's doing right now.
Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ dé ipò president, títorí àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀tì, revelation wá bá mi.
He said because of his health, the fact that they helped him because of his health, and then secondly, revelation came to him. A revelation from where? Is this a thank you revelation? Is this Sheetutu? Is this a Thanksgiving revelation? What kind of revelation? Is it because of the health or the revelation? I guess two things can be true at the same time.
Wípé kí n lọ ṣe báyìí fún wọn ní beach, mo dẹ̀ lọ ṣe. Lẹ́yìn tí mo ṣe tán, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èébú, èpè, gbogbo ẹni mo gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n mi ò fi taratara bínú àti ṣe bákan sí. Mo ti mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé.
He said it was abused because of the,
He
was verbally abused. Okay, this is supposed to be an apology, but now it's blaming the other parties that Tinubu did not belong in. So clearly, this man does not know how to tender an apology. But let's keep going, because he's also known. I think a lot of people know him as a humble person, right? In Nigeria, in Yoruba language, we can call a Boda a stupid person. Like, this stupid Boda, come here, correct your head or your hair. We can do that, depending on what part of the streets you find yourself, So, in the same token, he's going to actually tender an apology, but there's a lot of things he's saying in about 60 minutes that really just doesn't need to be said. What these people need to do is just raise up their hand and say, I am Raz. Right? This is just... Okay, he said you're all... He said all of na. Okay, he said all of that you are right, and you know what time it is now, right? He's right. We're all right. We know that we're right.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. Tó bá jẹ́ pé nígbà tí bàbá wa wọlé tán, eku wa ń ké bí eku, ẹyẹ ń ké bí ẹyẹ. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bú mi pátá, ẹ máa wà reduced nínú eku mi, ẹ tún máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí. Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí expectation yín ti ẹ̀ ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ tún pè mí. Mo tún rí aláàtì. Láti ẹ̀gbà pọ̀ pé aláàtì méjì náà ni mo rí. Láti fi iṣẹ́ mi mọ̀ ọ́n láti owó. Láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọdún yín, mo dẹ̀ rán láti èpè lóríṣiríṣi.
Aláàtì èpè.
Ọlọ́kan òjọ̀kan. Ẹ ò jẹ̀bi o. Aráàlú ń sunkún, aráàlú ń ké. Òun ló fa gbogbo eléyìí. Tí mo fi ń bí everybody. Àtàwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wà nílùú òyìnbó. They are not happy with the situation, with the present situation. Mo wá fẹ́ bá bàbá wa Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀. Dádì, èmi ò jẹ̀bi ipa tèmi kó nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ wọlé president. Èmi ò bínú sí. Mi ò dẹ̀ regret ipa tí mo kó.
So he's saying to daddy, he's speaking to daddy, he said he doesn't regret, you know, supporting daddy. Jesus Christ. This is a grown man calling him daddy. Anyway, daddy, I didn't regret, but let's keep going. Oh, so he's speaking to Tinubu now and say at the end lagun, you know, it's because we know you're going through a lot, but can you speak up? That's one.
I'm a cosita, I'm a loss of institutions to watch theater act. I'm a loss of people, I'm a kid theater. People in Tobafe, Nife, Opala, Nuerita Veshi, Omabo, Kakashi audition. And you find Morani political support. Teba Morani, Mu Wiki, Kologia, Bujam, potentially will be. The Becatonoti.
Wike has collected stray bullet. Wike, who is the administrator of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has collected stray bullet right now, and we have to deliver. No.
Different from blue.
Ex-Central Bank governor.
He's calling out names.
This
man knows nothing about how to govern a country. He doesn't have anything to say. That's why he walked into an ocean butt cheek naked to go and pray for a president. That's the only reason why. So nothing is going to change. It's not going to change right now. He still doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's just be honest with that, okay? Now he's being a special advisor. He's doing special advisor to Tinubu after he prayed for him butt cheek naked inside of the ocean.
Monitoring team.
For monitoring team.
National monitoring team.
National monitoring team. He's advising. This guy thinks he's doing an actual advice. Jesus Christ. Special advisor.
Mama, sectors monitor.
That's what the cabinet is. All of them are thieves. Okay, if you're not a thief, you're only after your own personal, what do you call it? Personal, what I'm like, today I'm scrambling a little bit. Interest. The Nigerians are after, because of hunger, everybody's after their own personal interest, not national interest. They have a cabinet, everything is top. There is monitoring team, they are also thieves. It's a monitoring team are getting drafted. He's giving advice. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why I walk into the ocean. I'm fasting forward now. So he's saying he doesn't want to curse anybody that cursed at him. Listen, Nigerian curses don't work. Okay, I'm letting you know right now. On a general scale, of course, when Nigerian people curse, it doesn't work. Okay, if it did work, they'll be cursing all their leaders out and it will be changing things, but it doesn't work. Okay, so you know, but he's affecting him. You know, he feels like he's disappointed the people. Thank you, Jai D Love. Chia say, how come Igwe is part of his name? Does he have an Igbo name? I think it's a character name, including Olaiye is a character name. That's not his real name. His real name is something Olaiye, like he said in the beginning. Please look into other wise men's advice so the country can be better. This was the advice he's given. D Love is helping me translate. It looks like you're out of touch with the poor and don't care. Please monitor the people in your office. You see your life you want to use to vote for youth. Didn't the one youth girl steal all our money? Yep. So I come in peace, no hate here. Thank you, D Love. D Love is just translating though. All right. Let's keep going. So he's apologizing to the people now. Oh, he's apologizing.
I'm so sorry.
Why is apologizing?
Yinka TNT.
Okay, now let's get back to Auntie Yinka TNT. The auntie who is talking all naked that he mistakenly found himself inside of the video. You know, he fell into the music video by mistake. He didn't realize what they were saying, even though they were saying it in Yoruba, in English, in Islam, in Yoruba, in Christian, in he's going to apologize now.
Mistake tí mo ṣe, mo fẹ́ sọ. Kò sí nǹkan tí
Not opening my nyash.
Mo kọjá kéèyàn ní good manager. Mo kúkú ní manager. But mi ò gbé script iṣẹ́ Yinka gba ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo believe àbúrò mi ní Yinka. Mo dẹ̀ believe pé ìsọkúsọ tó ń sọ yẹn àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó rọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ǹdì ẹ̀ ó mú ní message. Tẹ́lómi tó jẹ́ pé nínú program Yinka ni mo ti mọ̀ pẹ́lómi tó bímọ mẹ́fà. Mẹ́rin inú ẹ̀ gate man ẹ̀ lóní. Kí ló lè fà tó fi rí bẹ́ẹ̀? All those things,
so inside of Auntie Yinka's is where he learned that people will have 6 children and 4 of them belongs to the gate man. He learned that inside of Yinka TNT's video. And this man is going to be a presidential advisor. All right, let's keep going. Like what?
Nígbà tí a máa ṣe program Yinka. Èmi kọ́ ni mo direct ẹ̀. Ọmọ tó direct ẹ̀ jáde sàkà lọ́n pè. Kò ní ìgbẹ́ mo mention orúkọ ẹ̀, but mo mention orúkọ ẹ̀ because àwọn bloggers kan tí ó jẹ́ wípé nǹkan bá ti pò fún àwọn followers wọn náà ń gbà. Àwọn náà ti gba èmi kọ́ ni mo direct ẹ̀. Jáde sàkà lẹ́ni tó direct ẹ̀. Rules ìlú iṣẹ́ eré rèé ni pé director gbogbo mistake inú eré láyé pátá ọ̀run director ló wà. Director ló máa sọ pé ṣe báyìí gbogbo tí mo ṣe yẹn pátá tí director ní kì í ṣe ni mo ṣe.
Create your balance sheet, P&L, and cash flow.
But Baba, you also get to choose what kind of, you also get to read script and participate in choosing what script you participate in. You know, but let's let him slide because he's apologizing at least, you know. No, everybody should know that if you're mocking anybody's religion, the end is not going to be good. It might take a while, but you're offensive, right? It's a certain type of mindset that don't realize that, hey, you should have people have their freedom of their religion, their lifestyle, and don't speak offensively to them in the name of we don't want this in our society. There's a place for that. If they are hurting other people, you can say, hey, you can sue them. You can go and report, file a petition at the court of law, at the police station, right? This person is hurting society. And then they will determine if they're actually hurting society. But if all they are doing is choosing how they want to worship God, and you're now mocking how they choose to do that, a certain type of mindset will know that's offensive. Remember when they asked, when they gave Charlie Boy an opportunity to judge the alphabet community, he just said to each his own, right? Because it's a matter of a lifestyle thing. Yes, the laws are against it, but you just have to know where to draw the lines. It's not about you, especially as a grown man. You should know that, right? So if you jump into a video that's mocking people's religion, I get it that it's not always okay. Let me give you some pass. It's not always clean cut, dry cut. You're able to tell if you'll be offensive, but everybody should learn now that is offensive, especially if you're using it to say vulgar things that generally they frown at. Okay, there are ways to still deliver Yinka's message without bringing any one of those things into it. So you jumped into it. The excuses is not excusing. Yeah, true. People get into trouble for all this religious place. People get into trouble. It's just what it is, So it's not always clear cut. I want to say that, but in this situation, you brought all 3 of them together.
English Ministry of Unity. Discriminate.
So he thought it was bringing unity, but anyway.
mi ò ní dánwò láyé tí màá fi kú ẹ dáríjì mi.
He's asking for forgiveness. Let's forgive. Let's forgive and forget. And yes, including for the nyash. Let's forgive and forget. Let's forgive and forget. This is what a grown man says. So you are not allowed to make a decision. You just do whatever. That's the excuse. I did as the director told me, just like I did when the revelation told me to open my nyash. He was the director of that one. But let's just forgive and forget. You know, we're Nigerians. No. Baba, don't do that. Oh.
I will never do such in my life.
Honestly, oh. Anybody can make a mistake now. Anybody can make a mistake. He said he participated. That's all. He just participated. That's all. You know, it's not his fault. He just participated in something that was a bigger thing. You know.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
This must have been a very humbling thing for him to discover how people are dragging this back and forth. And it's an allergy too. It's an allergy. So it's Omo, that face is doing me somehow. Look at him now. It's truly remorseful. Come on. This is truly remorseful. Because no shoot the messenger. Now translate at the Now D-Love is like, wait, take it easy on me. What's going on here, right? Yeah. But you know, we're up on time now. I think Yinka explains. I'm going to play about 1 minute of that, and then Yinka also wanted to explain because they're dragging her too. Auntie Yinka, she said, this woman looks like much older than me. And then not only that, she did a couple of things, and we're going to end the show with this couple of things because listen, these people are undefeated at the end of the day. You know, these people are undefeated. He's a fine man when he's not misbehaving. Oh. You know, no, my sis, and I just the catch cruise. Anyway, let me play this for you because Auntie Yinka had something to say. Let's just play that, and then we'll round up the show. Please translate. No, not this one. Oh, not yet. This one. Okay, she's explaining the video.
Mi ti ẹ ronú wípé kò sẹ́ni tó ronú ibi tó ti ṣẹ̀ wáyìí mi ronú wípé mo fẹ́ fi tàbùkù bá Sẹ́ráfù nítorí pé ẹgbẹgbẹ̀rún mi ò tó tàbùkù.
She said she wasn't thinking about mocking.
Ṣé èèyàn ẹlẹ́ran ara kan lè tàbùkù bá Sẹ́ráfù ṣá?
What she's saying is that she didn't have that kind of intention. What do I tell you guys about intentions here all the time? You know, your intentions or lack thereof doesn't make any sense. Yeah, either you have good intentions or not. If you don't have enough foresight, you collect with the water in these streets. Yep. Yep. And basically, you'll be running around town talking about I never expected it.
I never expected it.
Right? So, yeah, ignorance is not an excuse in real life. I'm sorry. Let's continue. She says she wouldn't dare do that. She couldn't disrespect Kerubu and Serafu.
Àwọn tó wọṣọ funfun àti pastor Pentecostal wọ́n wà ńbẹ̀ àti ìṣẹ̀ṣe. Going forward, ibi tí mo ti lo ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ olórin nǹkan kan onílù.
All right, unfortunately, this auntie is going to just she's going to say she didn't do it intentionally. Her intentions were in the wrong place. Well, it doesn't matter. Ignorance is not an excuse. Change your mindset. You should know certain things up front. We live in a different world. Respect everybody's religion, okay? But right now, let me see again. Let me see.
Inti mo fi sọ ni wípé ó ń lu ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní church. Ó ń lùlù.
She's saying what the message was that faith does not mean you should not sleep with your wife. But she said there was there's a whole script that was mocking how the Islams pray, and to use that to make that message. Auntie is going to Shalaye Taya.
Explain. Because no evidence.
Yeah, Auntie is just going to Shalaye Taya. He did love heard that part. Okay, let me play it for you guys. Okay, so while she was at it, she decided to throw a whole married man under the bus. I'm hearing that this guy is actually married, so I don't know. But let's just play that and then end the show.
Èmi tí mo ní mo rí o wípé oko mo rí tàrẹ̀mú bà mí lẹ́rù ẹ̀rù bà mí mo kọ́kọ́ ka Psalm 24 àti Psalm 23 kí n tó do àrẹ̀mú ní oko re lọ́wọ́ àrẹ̀mú ṣènìyàn tókótókó ni àrẹ̀mú ní oko re lọ́wọ́ gbogbo èyí tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ àrẹ̀mú lóko re lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ bòdó dáadáa ó mọ̀ bòdó ó gbé mi débẹ̀ mo ṣàlàyé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní katolúwa nílẹ̀ lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ni nígbà tó tẹ́ stage kan mo ní àrẹ̀mú fún mi lómi torí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gba omi ó gba kí n máa momi léraléra ṣé ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní momi mo ti test ẹ̀ ó débẹ̀ ó kó àrẹ̀mú débẹ̀ ó tún wá fi ọmọlúàbí lé how many inches ó kó àrẹ̀mú nígbà tó le tán nígbà tó kó àrẹ̀mú le tán ó lọ sí bí i 6.5 nígbà tó kó ẹ le tán ìgbà tí ó kó àrẹ̀mú le tán ó dé bí 6.5 ó lóko ẹ má wo pé bóyá toró níkùn o èmi máa ń rò tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àwọn tó níkùn wọn kì í lóko àmọ́ ó lóko àrẹ̀mú lóko ó kó ẹ débẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ṣènìyàn àrẹ̀mú ṣènìyàn ọ̀dọ̀ àrẹ̀mú tí mo lọ àti ẹ̀gbọ́n ìjọ tí mo bọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ lọ́fíìsì níkẹjà pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fún ọmọkùnrin yẹn dó aṣọ mi cabin crew uniform mi anywhere tí n bá wọ̀ dé wọ́n máa ń respect mi ni nígbà yẹn pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó treat mi bí queen bí ọba obìnrin bí Ọlọ́run ṣe kẹ́ tó mú dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ti kẹ́ jù báyìí lọ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ní rí kó wá kó ní báyìí ni mo ṣe jẹ́ báyìí ni mo ṣe rìn ẹ má fojú di àwọn àrẹ̀mú àwọn Afọláyan zo at least the two boys that I've met àwọn Kúnlé Afọláyan àti Àrẹ̀mú Afọláyan ẹ má fi ojú di wọn o ẹ má fojú di wọn ṣe rí gbogbo ìtàlẹ̀ mà ní Ògún ló máa pa ẹ́ Ògún ló máa ṣe kíní kan yẹn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ni ọmọ ni wàláhì Àrẹ̀mú ọmọ ní ẹ̀jọ̀jọ̀ ara àwọn nǹkan tó fún mi rè nígbà tá a dóra wa tán ara nǹkan tó fún mi rè ms ó ṣe rà ni nígbà tá a dóra wa tán àwọn tá a tún jọ lọ àwọn yẹn dúró síta wọ́n mu drink àti oúnjẹ làwọn yẹn wáyé wá jẹ àwọn yẹn dúró síta wá dẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ nù lé ó fún mi lélẹ̀ ó tún fún àwọn tájọ lọ nímọ̀ràn ó tún fún wọn owó tí ò ṣe fẹnu sọ síta tí ẹ pé tí n bá sọ pé iye báyìí l'Àrẹ̀mú fún wọn àwọn èèyàn máa ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ pé kò sówó nílùú yìí ẹnu ò ṣe ẹnu kọ́ ni mo tó báyìí ẹnu ò ṣe honestly ẹnu ò ṣe fake life ẹni àgbà tó bá lómi nínú kò kí ń pariwo ó ní typical example Àrẹ̀mú àti Kúnlé Afọláyan àgbà wọn ní omi tí Àrẹ̀mú àná ni mo mọ̀ o bọ̀ṣẹ́ rí ti Kúnlé Afọláyan mo ti mọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ pé àgbà ẹ̀ lómi nínú mo ti mọ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́ nígbà tí mo ṣe alápá má ṣiṣẹ́ tí mo lọ bá pé kó bá mi ya fídíò nígbà tí mo dé inú ibi tí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀dó sí nígbà yẹn wọn àti brọ́dà kan tó ń pè ní Uncle Yinka wọ́n jọ wà pọ̀ ni nígbà tí mo dé ibi tí Ọlọ́run tẹ̀dó sí mo mọ̀ pé àgbà àwọn eléyìí lómi nínú.
She's just throwing everybody under the bus another Yinka.
ìwọ̀n rí kan sọ́rí mi ò rí aṣọ pé tẹ máa fi mọ̀ pé kìíní kan aṣọ tó wà extravagant Kẹ́mi Òjò Bárọ̀ God bless you mi ò rí lára wọn rí. Àrẹ̀mú náà tẹ́ bá rí nǹkan tó wọ̀ lánàá bọ̀ tẹ́ bá rí ọkọ̀ tó fi gbé mi lọ́lé ó ní ìwò àti Yínká ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ bọ́lẹ̀ ni bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àti Yínká adóra wa ó dẹ̀ lóko gidi bó ṣe ń pa àti Yínká ṣe ń gbádùn ẹ̀ mú ní Àrẹ̀mú máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ àti Yínká ṣe ń gbádùn mi Àrẹ̀mú máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ máa fún wọn ní má wọrí máa fún wọn lábọ̀ ara mi náà èmi gan mọ̀ pé nǹkan wọ ara mi èmi gan mọ̀ pé nǹkan wọ ara mi Àrẹ̀mú ló kóore ẹnu ò ṣe mo fẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn kẹ́ kọ́gbọ́n lára
irú ọgbọ́n wo nìyẹn
àpẹ ẹ̀yin obìnrin èèyàn kan ló máa sọ pé òun tó àwọn èèyàn ló máa jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa ròyìn ẹ pé o tó báyìí jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ìwọ rèé.
So she's doing the Lord's work by announcing this to the whole world. Listen, did she say Kunle? I don't know if she said that though, but she was running her mouth quite all right. Very simple guys, but his car is big. He's a younger guy. We were giving each other back to back. Look, it's not a man that will tell you he's big.
Má fúnra rẹ̀ push ara rẹ̀ sí àwọn èèyàn pé èmi lélẹ́yìí. Jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn máa ròyìn ẹ̀.
Let the side chicks tell on you.
Bí ròyìn àlẹ̀ mú.
That's advice.
Kì í ṣojú ayé kì í ṣe àìsàn mi ìtẹ̀sí pélé ni mi ti dúpẹ́ àná gan. Ó bà mí jẹ́ débi wípé gbogbo wa tá a lọ ló bàjẹ́ àwọn yẹn jókòó síta. Wọn ò ṣáà lè máa ṣọ́ máa wò bòmí bí tó ti ń dómi ni. Wọn ò ṣáà lè máa.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, we'll be back here at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. Shout out to D-Love. Thank you, D-Love, for the translation. I appreciate you. 5 p.m. for the Prestige Happy Hour tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and turn up your notifications on your way out. All right, please share. I'll be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'm done for the day.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.